Welcome to Narc Tales. I am back. Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks. I wanted to be more consistent, and it's very difficult, especially if you knew what my life was like behind the scenes. But I'm not going to let you guys down. So let's get straight to the point. Do you guys know what gaslighting is? Gaslighting. A lot of people throw that word around as if, it's just something so simple, but it's not. Let's get into the definition of gaslighting. To manipulate someone using psychological methods into questioning their own sanity or powers of reasoning. Let's get into an example of gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation where one person makes another question their sanity, perception of reality, or memory. It involves a pattern of behaviors designed to make one doubt their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences, often leading to confusion, anxiety, and a loss of self-confidence. Here are a few examples of gaslighting. Denying or minimizing events. A person might deny something happened even when presented with evidence, or claim it wasn't as bad as the other person remembers. Twisting stories. Altering details of a situation to make the other person feel like they misunderstood or are overreacting. Blaming the victim. Shifting responsibility for their actions onto another person, suggesting that if they had acted differently, the situation wouldn't have occurred. Isolating the victim. Trying to separate the person from their friends and family who often support and validate. Using manipulation and lies. Employing subtle or overt lies and deceptive tactics to make the other person doubt their own judgment. Accusing the victim of being crazy or unstable. Using insults or derogatory language to undermine their mental state. Shifting the blame. I know you guys are getting triggered because I am. When shifting the blame, they make the other person feel like they're responsible for their actions or problems. Minimizing hurtful behaviors. Dismissing their actions as jokes or saying the person is too sensitive. How many of you guys have heard, you're way too sensitive? But guys, let's get into this quick little story time. I have a couple. I'm going to just give you two for today. But as we continue to get to know one another, I'll get deeper into my story times. So if you guys are not doing anything, if you're not driving, cleaning, lay down, just listen to the story. And if you can relate, please leave a comment down below. This is a safe space. If you don't feel safe enough, then I will create an email, or matter of fact, I will post an email so that you can email me and we can talk behind the scenes. Gaslighting. So I didn't really know what gaslighting was until I came across a movie called Gaslight.
And what gaslighting is, it comes from a 1944 film called Gaslight, starring Ingrid Bergman. And it's about a woman who is manipulated by her husband into believing that she is going crazy. We come to find out the husband is actually just using the marriage in order to find something valuable that belongs to her. But she believes she's going crazy because he was rifling through the attic at night. And what happened in those days is if you turned on a light in one room, it would dim all the other lights throughout the house because there was only a certain amount of gas that could light the whole house. And so you knew somebody else was in the house in another room turning on the light if you saw the lights flicker. And so she noticed that the lights would flicker every night after her husband had gone away somewhere, supposedly maybe to see friends or whatnot. He was actually going to the attic. But he convinces her that what she's seeing is not true. She's imagining that the gaslight is going down, when in reality she knows better, but she believes him. And so that's what it means to gaslight somebody, is to convince them to deny their own reality. So gaslighting from an abuser makes a victim doubt their own instincts and sense of reality.
If any of you have become obsessed with understanding narcissism, like I have been, when I tell you, I've been obsessed since 2018. I decided to understand all the terms of narcissism. And one of the terms was gaslighting. Came across this movie. It's very old, but it's very good. I watched 2 versions of it. Yeah, 2 versions, same exact thing.
What's the matter? I don't understand. Paul, don't turn your back on me.
Look on the wall behind you.
Picture, it's gone again.
Yes. Where have you hidden it this time?
I didn't take it. Why should I take it? It's no use to me.
Why should you take other things? Pencils, knives.
Paul, don't.
Bella, where's the picture?
I didn't take it. I swear I didn't.
Anyhow, you guys check it out. It's free on YouTube. I experienced gaslighting many times in my life, but the story I'm going to share with you today has to do with one particular person that constantly gaslit me. One of the most recent narcissists I had in my life. One that I truly did love. Initially, I didn't. But if you're like me, when you get to know somebody, after some time, you learn to love them. And that's exactly what happened. So, this person in particular used to love to drink hot tea in the morning. But one thing about them, when I was at their home, they always boiled their water to warm their tea. It was always boiled water, no microwave. But there were a few times where this person would use the microwave, like if they were running late for work, they would use a bottle of water and just microwave and have their tea. So of course, because I'm with this person, I'm paying attention to the little details. There are some occasions where they use the microwave to warm up their water for their tea. So, months into the relationship, this person is spending the night. They wake up in the morning, they need their tea. I go ahead and I boil the water for the tea. Everything is fine. They head out to work. The following day, we woke up late and this person needed to get to work. They were going to be late anyway, but they still needed their tea. So what I did was go straight to the microwave and I warmed up the water from there. And when I presented the tea, the person asked, "Did you microwave my water?" And of course, I admitted it because I've seen them do it a couple of times. So I didn't think there was any issue. When I tell you the backlash I got for warming the water in the microwave literally stunned me. I was sick to my stomach. When I tell you, I was sick. I couldn't understand why they were so angry with me for doing the same thing that I've seen them do many times while I spent the night over their home. Needless to say, I went and I boiled some water for their tea. But it stuck with me. Like I couldn't understand how. Why are you upset with me for doing something that I've seen you do yourself? I couldn't understand it, and I honestly will never, because a narcissist never gives you closure. A narcissist will never help you to understand why they do what they do. Now, that was just a small example of gaslighting. Let me give you one that really triggered me. This one right here. My goodness. It was the narcissist's birthday. Now, when it came down to my birthday, this narcissist went all the way out and got a cake made, a special cake made for me. And I was so grateful for it. It was delicious. Very delicious. But that's not something that I typically do. I'm the type of girl that goes to a Costco, the grocery store, to get an ice cream cake. I'm just simple like that. But this person goes to bakeries. That's just fine. I was very grateful for what I received. When it came time for their birthday, of course I decided I had to get them a cake. But I was at work. And while I was at work, I left to go grab a cake so that when I got home, I could present the cake along with the gifts that I had purchased. Now, when I purchased the gifts with intent to please the person with things that they actually like, along with the cake. So I thought. Anyways, I come with a full body massager because this person constantly complained of having aches and aches. And I would massage them every chance that I got, but sometimes it'd get a little tiring. So I figured, let me buy the best massager that I can find online, which I did. It wasn't cheap either. I purchased a pair of shoes. I purchased a few other things that I knew that this narcissist might like, along with the cake. Oh, did I forget? I picked up their favorite dish. So I come and I present this person with the gifts, the dinner, and the cake. The look on the narcissist's face when I presented the cake, when I tell you, gives me chills. Still to this day when I think about it. I felt as if I did something wrong, when in fact I didn't. I didn't understand it until the next morning. Well, when I tell you the night that I had was miserable, oh man, I cried myself to sleep. To be honest with you, I don't even think I slept. The narcissist completely shifted the attitude. It was just so uncomfortable to be next to them. I couldn't even enjoy my dinner because of the attitude that I was receiving. It was so negative, and I'm extremely sensitive to people's energy, so it's very hard to hide. Anyhow, as I lay in bed crying, it felt cold, and I honestly wished I wasn't in the situation that I was in. I actually wished the person wasn't in my bed. It was torture. What did I do wrong? I just came back from a very long shift at work. I spent all this money to please this narcissist only to get negative feedback without any words. It was just the action, the facial expression. It just felt off. And the worst part is when I presented the cake and I was ready to cut it, the narcissist didn't want any cake. I didn't understand why. Like I said, I found out the next day. I noticed that the cake was still in the freezer and they were heading out the door. So I asked them, do you not want your cake? And the narcissist said, isn't that what you like? Aren't you the one that likes ice cream cake? And it crushed me. It crushed me because I honestly got the cake because I wanted to celebrate my narcissist. I didn't think there was an issue with me getting ice cream cake. But of course, the narcissist did not appreciate my efforts. And their response was, aren't you the one that likes ice cream cake? I responded, yes, I do, but I thought you loved ice cream. The narcissist then responds, I don't like chocolate. I'm confused because the ice cream cake, yes, a Carvel. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know what a Carvel ice cream cake is. There is a layer of vanilla ice cream and a layer of Oreo chocolate cookie crumbles and a layer of chocolate ice cream. But I thought to myself, there's no way this person is telling me that they don't like chocolate. I'm a bit confused. Then they repeated, I don't like chocolate, but you chose to get this cake. I was in shock, and I'm still in shock right now as I'm repeating this story. The same person that complained that they did not like chocolate loved to eat Kit Kat. Do you guys know what Kit Kat is? It's a chocolate bar. This person would eat Kit Kat. So much so that my mother would buy Kit Kat for this person and have it set aside for them. So I was confused again, like I said, when they said that they did not like chocolate. I couldn't understand. And regardless of the fact, I made the effort and purchased the cake. Can you imagine the confusion I felt when that person's excuse for not wanting the cake was that they didn't like chocolate, when I always had chocolate bars ready for them every time they visited my home? Yeah, it was very confusing. And again, very painful. I honestly can't tell you how hard it is to heal from narcissistic abuse. I mean, if you're watching me right now, I'm pretty sure you understand exactly what I'm speaking on. The pain, sometimes unbearable. But now that I understand exactly what it is, now that I understand the terminologies, what gaslighting is, the moment somebody comes in my face with that bullshit, I cut them off real quick. I don't doubt myself anymore. I don't question myself. But I will tell you, the pain that lingers is a pain that I feel will never go away, really. I'm thankful for the knowledge, and sometimes I'm thankful for the pain. Because had I not felt it, I wouldn't have known what exactly I was experiencing. And I wouldn't be able to come to you with the knowledge that I have. Well, that's all, folks. I just wanted to come on to share a couple of examples of gaslighting with you all. Yes, these are minor examples, but again, like I said, once we get to know one another, I'll go deeper into my stories. This was just a little appetizer. As we go through this, we grow through this. So let's educate one another if we can, if we have the ability to. That's why I started this channel. I want you guys to understand what exactly you're experiencing. It can be really, really depressing. And when I say depressing, I mean you feel as if nobody understands what you're going through. But trust and believe you me, there's so many of us out there. And I'm just looking for my tribe. So hopefully these videos will get out there and you guys can just feel free to share your stories down below in the comments if you feel safe. If not, I will drop an email so that you guys can share and just vent. But I do suggest therapy. That right there is a life changer. It's a game changer. You need it. Trust me. Trust me. Guys, it was a pleasure. I hope to see you all next week. But I will tell you this. I will be more active on this channel. I want to share actual videos of victims of narcissistic abuse sharing their stories. I want to share story times from people that actually write me in the email, and I can read and share my advice, and you guys can share your advice in the comment section. This channel is going to grow to be something that honestly, I don't even know if I will be able to contain on my own. But I'm just dreaming big. For now, let's just start slow. Subscribe, share your voice, and join the community. You are seen, you are heard, and you are not alone.